To eat dairy or not to eat dairy? That is the question. Well, it's a pretty simple answer. No. So we're going to talk about dairy today, and here's the thing. Um, I'm not a believer in dairy or dairy products, and for the simple reason of the fact that this is milk coming from a different creature. It's coming from a cow. It makes no sense to me. The human body does not process. That's why you hear a lot of times people are lactose intolerant. They're not lactose intolerant. They can't. They can't. I mean, well, they are. I mean, because they can't process milk from another animal. And it's I always wonder, like, how did this whole thing ever start years and years, hundreds of years ago? In other words, like, whoever thought it was a good idea to, like, oh, look, that cow's feeding its baby calf. Let's drink some of that, right? I mean, it makes no sense. It really doesn't. I mean, if you were to serve someone a glass of human breast milk, they would probably, like, be so disgusted, or they'd probably throw up when you put it on the counter. I mean, right? I mean, who would, and that's human breast milk, right? And people would look at you like, what? I'm not drinking that. Oh, well, would you like some milk from a cow? Oh, absolutely. Right? It makes no sense. Um, Now, I know a lot of people are like, well, you need to drink, milk, because without milk, you can't get calcium, and this is like just a brilliant marketing campaign by the dairy industry. I mean, they have people around the world, in this country, just convinced that you need milk from a cow. Like, everyone's convinced, and it's just marketing. I mean, like, you can't get calcium from any other source. I mean, how about dark green leafy vegetables, broccoli, spinach, okra, collard greens? I mean, you can get calcium in so many places. I mean, sesame seeds, uh, flax seeds, almonds, Brazil nuts. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. I mean, you can get calcium from soybeans, white beans. I mean, you don't need cow's milk to get calcium, and so there's so many other ways to get healthy sources of calcium without drinking that. I mean, it's not good for you. Look at these young children, young kids, infants that are brought up, drinking a lot of milk. Most of them, a lot of times, the doctors, they're mucousy, their ears are plugged, uh, runny noses, coughing. Dairy's been shown it's mucus producing because your body cannot process it. And why? Because we're not baby calves. That's why we can't process this stuff. It makes no sense to have dairy. There's so many other alternatives, especially these days. There's so many other types of milk on the market, and most of them are fortified with calcium and other vitamins. For instance, I brought down, like, my oat milk over here, and um, this oat milk, it's fortified with A, D, and calcium. So I mean, it's most of these plant-based milks that you can get so easily these days, that's so much more healthy for you, are fortified with calcium and other vitamins. So why do we need cow's milk? Never mind the fact that just the whole uh, you know, just the whole abuse of these animals too. I mean, never mind the nutritional part, how your body doesn't process it, how there's other sources of calcium. But I mean, the these animals are not treated well. They're forced to get pregnant. Their baby calves are immediately taken away from them so that they can immediately start producing milk. I mean, it's a cruel industry on top of the fact that we don't need it, and so there's so many reasons, why to avoid dairy, dairy products, cheeses. I mean, yeah, people say, well, I can't live without cheese. The cheese tastes so great, but it's not good for you, and there's so many other healthy alternatives, especially these days. There's so many other healthy alternatives to milk, to dairy and dairy products. So anyways, feel free, leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell me your thoughts on dairy. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. I mean, I'm just giving you my opinion. And if you do agree with me, definitely leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you eat dairy? Do you not eat dairy? Do you, do you have any questions on how other things you can eat instead of dairy? Just, leave them in the comment section down below. I'll get back to everybody, and we'll talk more about it on another day. All right. This is Dr. Joe from OcraMed Health. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget, OcraMed Health is here to keep you fit forever. There's the finger right there, fit forever.